Hello class. Today we're going to start work on the beak of our toucan, and we're going to be using 3 different colors: red, orange, and yellow, which are the warm colors. All right, so I've got a couple of things here besides my red, orange, and yellow oil pastels. I have got some index cards and I've got paper towel. Because here's the thing with oil pastels, you can see, look at the outside of that. The papers, when you're working with them, the fibers weaken and the paper comes off. So they're in the box, they're getting messy. So sometimes you need to hold them for a minute and let them warm up. And another way, it's not warming up real fast. I'm trying to wipe off the outside. So another way that you can do this, if it's not warm enough to wipe off the outside, is just kind of use your index card to color. See how the black is coming off? So that will clean the outside of your oil pastel. So you can see it's getting oranger and there's a little bit there, so we'll put that. And you can see when I do that, the other colors that were on it come off. All right, so we got that cleaned up. So I'm gonna put the paper towel and the index card aside. All right, now the yellow, that looks pretty clean. That doesn't look like it needs a lot of cleaning. The red has a little orange mixed on it. Again, we can grab either the paper towel, because the paper towel you can also color on. You can use the paper towel to wipe because it's more bendable than the index card, or you can simply lay it on its side and color to clean the sides off. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, you always start with your lightest color. You'll notice that the yellow is in the middle. Well, it looks like it's in the middle. The yellow is actually all over the beak. So that's what we're gonna do. The first thing we're gonna do is color the entire beak yellow. All right, so let me do that real fast. You can see I still left, my yellow did have a little something in there, but that's okay. It's gonna wind up getting blended in and nobody's gonna see it. All right, so we're trying to carefully color, filling in the beak. I tend to like to outline. And you can see I got a little on this line. I'm kind of using my fingernail to scrape it off. And the other fun thing about oil pastels, the crumbs. When you are working with oil pastels, if you want to get the crumbs off in between, some people don't mind. They're like, it's just gonna get blended in when I use the other colors. Some people are like, I really want those crumbs gone. I recommend that you tap it away from you towards the middle of the table, because we'll wipe it down at the end. Because what's gonna happen if you do it in your space, all the little crumbs that you're trying to get off are gonna wind up under your paper, and your hands are getting in them and everything. So if you're gonna tap it off like this to get the crumbs off, I would do it further away from you. All right, so we've got the yellow all filled in. So now we're gonna go with the orange. So you can see the yellow, I'm gonna kind of circle the area where we're gonna leave it yellow. I think I'm actually making a bigger area than he did in the photograph, because I want a bigger, shinier area of yellow. And you're simply gonna color the orange right on top of that. Right on top of the yellow, that is. Leave that middle section that we outlined, leave that yellow, and color around that. All right, and if you notice down here, it's kind of more orange on this side and more red on this side. So we're gonna do orange going this way And we're gonna do red going this way. So we kind of have a two-toned beak going on under here. Also, you may notice there's a lot of red at the top of his beak. Now, what I like to do, I only see red at the top of his beak, but I kind of want to outline the beak in red. I'm going to leave it up to you if you just want the red at the top. Leave that to being personal artist's choice. I like to surround it with the red. But the bottom half, this bottom beak almost looks like these blades of grass. It has that same shape. One half is red. Again, that's after you put yellow and everything. And the other half, and if you get too much color, on the orange, if you get too much yellow, you can always go like that to make it a stronger orange. All right, and we're gonna blend in the middle with this orange. I'm taking a few strokes of the orange where I went like this towards the other side. That pushes the oil pastel into the other side and gives a nice blend. So you kind of see now red, a dark orange, and a lighter orange. So I'm gonna hit it with another pop of red to get that real bright. And again, dragging, using the orange to drag it through. Oh, I really like that. That came out really good. Crumbs. I'm just flicking them off like this. All right, back up to our top half. I'm gonna add a little more orange under here to make sure that shows up. And now I'm gonna use the red. And I feel like I'm making eyelashes. Like I'm dragging the red into the orange, but I don't want it to be heavy. So it's almost like I'm just doing eyelashes towards the middle, aiming towards the center of the beak. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the orange. And this is kind of blending the red and the orange towards the yellow. And this is one reason I like to make my yellow spot big, because you can see as I work, that yellow is getting smaller. And then finally, I'm gonna use the yellow to blend it all towards the yellow, or towards the middle. I'm gonna use this card to clean my yellow. Pushing everything towards the middle and trying to use that yellow to blend that orange so it's a very subtle transition. All right, I feel like I have a big red line here, so I'm gonna kind of push some red towards the middle so that I have a smoother transition and not what looks like a line of red, like a border outline of red. Come up here and blend that with a little orange. And then finally, a little yellow. And I don't know if you can see these little crumbs, but I'm simply gonna knock them off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that easy. Now, if you get done earlier and you would like to start working on your green, again, you're either gonna want a tissue, because some of these greens, some of them have paper, but it's still nice to kind of wipe them off because the paper gets stuff on it. So wipe it off. Pick whatever green shade that you want, clean it off. Again, you can also use an index card to clean your oil pastel. you can see it's starting to color clean. Here you can see dark spots where things like that were on it. So check it before you use it and make sure you've got all the sides you want clean. That's looking pretty good. There we go. Yeah, we gotta clean our oil pastels before we use them. All right, once your oil pastel is clean, then you can color in the branches behind the toucan green if you have additional time. Have fun, guys.